This is Bad Karma Wrestling.
Give me a hell yeah!
With no gimmick Nick Johnston.
It doesn't matter how you feel!
And David Double D Dykstra.
And welcome in, everyone, to your favorite show, my favorite show. It's BK Dub, BK Dub, BK Dub, BK Dub. Your favorite wrestlers, favorite wrestling show, live here from Illinois Media School. No gimmicks, Nick Johnston. Double D, David Dykstra, to my right. How you doing today, David?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
That's awesome. That's awesome to hear. We have so much to get to, obviously. It was the last match for John Cena, and he gave up, unfortunately.
Unfortunately, nothing. I'm so gonna go off. I can't wait.
Oh yeah, we got tons to get to. There's tons of different ways we can look at it. Obviously, we'll recap the entire night that was Saturday night's main event. We have the reveal of that masked man in the WWE section. We know who it is. At least one of them. We know at least one of them. I'm still
Don Callis family.
I'm still on that side.
It's the next Don Callis family. Heyman's just gonna have like 15 dudes.
Yeah. We got some policy changes we got as well in the WWE section. Then, of course, we'll hop over to AEW. We'll talk some MJF being back. We're going to save, obviously, the World's End preview. We're going to be doing that on Tuesday, a special Tuesday edition of Bad Karma Wrestling coming up. That'll be our Christmas edition of Bad Karma Wrestling. We'll have our boy Scotty, he's on assignment today. He's helping out the fam. So we got our guy Frankie back there holding it down on the ones and twos, so it'll be nice and easy. And of course, we'll finish off today's episode with the best of the week, our pick of who is the best of the week. First off, really quick, I want to start off just a personal congratulations to my girlfriend's brother and wife, Hyro and Lauren, just had twin babies last night.
Yikes.
Sophia and Olivia, congratulations to the two, to all four of them now. No, their first is No, this is our second one. Or second set of kids.
Second and third?
Second and third.
Yikes, going one for... Okay, as a father of three.
Yeah.
Who had a stepson as well when he was married to his...
Shout out to the older brother, Dom. Little Dom, Dominic, is going to be have fun.
2 is cool. 3 is a whole different, like, they outnumber you now.
Oh,
Realize that, because
that's a good one.
it's an actual thing.
Yeah, that's true.
It's an actual thing.
Majority will rule, so, McDonald's will probably be for voting on dinner is going to be a lot of...
You're about to gain about 20 pounds, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but congratulations. Shout out to them. Exactly that. They're going to have some fun with those little twins there. Exactly that. Congratulations. But congratulations to everyone involved in Saturday night's main event. Or something like that. Let's go and hop on in. Let's just dive on in to exactly that. Cena's last match, Saturday night's main event. Just the whole shop shebang, sold out. Great arena over in the Capitol. They were calling it Washington D. Cena, as they should.
All right.
Getting old.
Not mad at it.
It's cute. It's fine. Yeah, but exactly that. It was decked out. They were ready to roll. They had the whole 2-hour pre-show. I didn't really catch too much of that or any at all, really. I think I caught the last
much.
Yeah, I caught the last 5 minutes before they was starting off, and they were kind of just like, my favorite John Cena moment was this. My favorite John Cena moment was that. And they're like, okay. So that was basically that there. They had Justin. Was it Justin Turner? What's the guy? I'm always gonna be blanking.
Justin Turner?
No. Who's the guy the guy from ESPN that's flopped over to be in the to the broadcast instead? Tessitore, yeah, thank you. I don't know where I was getting. Yeah, Joe. Okay, yeah, Joe Tessitore. There you go. Joe Tessitore and Stephanie McMahon somewhat hosting it, kind of facilitating it at the beginning. And yeah, so it was kind of nice. The presentation was nice.
Stephanie had a lady boner the whole night for John. It was weird.
Well,
it was weird, man.
Well, when you've been cashing checks on that guy's name for the past 20 years,
straight up,
you probably would too. I don't know.
Straight up lady boner.
I mean, that John Cena probably single-handedly paid for about, I don't know, everyone on that cruise child's college tuition
probably
just for working the amount of money that they were able to make hand over fist because of him. I'm sure that they were very much a lot of lady boners that night going on for John Cena, and it wasn't just in the Boston Massachusetts area. But again, the presentation was cool. Kind of a side note on it, just quickly before we get into the actual thing. Two things. Dear Netflix, that's how a wrestling show is presented. I know it was basically like a pay-per-view format where it was like whole match, then a long commercial, whole match, long commercial. That's probably how it should be, as opposed to talking, introduction of a match, commercial, and then we're in the middle of the match when we come back. That's not how you do it, Netflix. Let's stop doing that. Let's change that format up just a little bit. So I thought that was really cool. And then maybe it's just something I didn't notice the last Saturday night's main event, but full screen replays as opposed to like the picture-in-picture. And that's not a huge thing, but just something that I kind of noticed. That was
Retro.
like, yeah, like exactly that. It was a throwback to how they used to do it for old Saturday night's main events. I thought that was just a small little detail that was really cool. So yeah, that was basically it. But on to the actual matches itself. Let's start off with. Well, I think last week we were kind of going back and forth of whether Cena and Gunther was going to be the main event or the opener or not. And then I think as soon as we ended, an hour later, they were like, yeah, Cena's going to be the main event no matter what.
He said it on McAfee.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know where these rumors came from. He's like, I have no idea where this came from that I was going to be opening. So
What did he say? It was like it was pizza something or pizza talk? And I was like, what? What?
I guess that's a different way of saying like barbershop talk.
Yeah.
I don't know. Pizza parlor talk. I don't know. But Cody Rhodes and Obafemi open up the show. Cody Rhodes comes out first, and then out comes Obafemi with his.
Did you like that?
It was kind of cool. I mean, people have been making memes out of it on the internet
Ever since, yeah.
Yeah, not like they're making fun of him necessarily, but just making fun with him type deal.
Strong walk.
Just full straight up. This was my first time seeing a full bell-to-bell match with Obafemi in it, as opposed to just watching highlights on YouTube or something like that. I don't catch NXT, just something just not on my radar right now. But I mean, beyond impressive. Like I said, I didn't think he didn't have it because I didn't watch, but watching from bell to bell, maybe lacking a little bit of confidence just because it was his first big, almost 20,000
That's his
people.
first main roster, anything.
Yeah, so I'm sure there's just a little bit of some
threw him
hesitancy.
into Saturday night's main event with Cody. There you go.
That's what you do. That's what you're supposed to do, though. Throw him into the fire. Let's see how he rolls. Throw him in the water. See if he sinks or swim. And he was swimming. He was swimming real nice. This whole match was doing really well until Drew McIntyre showed up, which we knew that was going to happen, but wasn't really a fan of it ending the way that it did. There's a couple of different, maybe creative ways you could have interacted and integrated the actual, DQ to have that make more sense. But
although I completely agree with you, I think one of the things that made it interesting to me is Drew's one of those big guys.
yeah,
And maybe to get Oba over just a little bit more, let me push him. And
that was going to be my saving grace, my redemption from this. Where yes, we were kind of sitting there like, okay, how does Cody or whoever, how do they get out of this without anyone looking bad? It was it was going to be one of three things: either Oba was going to win and he gets pushed to the moon because he'd just be Cody.
Yeah.
Cody wins and now Oba is going to be buried, or not buried necessarily, but it's going to be a big blemish. Or you end the way you did, and now you have an out for both. So now, Cody's mad because Drew McIntyre is in his business again, and now Oba now has a connection with Drew. Like, hey, you just screwed me on one of my biggest opportunities ever. Like, hey, I was in front of all these people, and you just made a mockery of me. So I think that gives a nice out right there. I did like the match. The only thing that really not bothered me, but was just like, we need to switch that up is that announcer table. There's no reason Cody should have been bleeding from his ear, whether that was from the table or hitting it on the chair. That was a weird-looking spot. I don't know.
I'll say this. Cody bleeding, if he hit something, fine. The one thing that I was mad at that did not happen was the apron chop from Oba.
Ah, okay.
Right, Frankie?
There was also that.
Those are the things that get Oba over with people who haven't seen. Not that he didn't get over.
Yeah.
But even more so, like if you have Cody trying to go for like a kick from the apron and Oba just straight up caddyswhacks him on the chest to where it sounds like a frying pan hit him.
Yeah. There was a lot of people maybe figuring out Oba at that time, too, because right before that spot of him, doing the uppercut onto the announce table, it looked like Oba was going to fly over those ropes and hit Cody with some sort of tope suicida or something like that. Everyone was kind of like, oh, and then he crawls out of the ring and then just go, oh.
Yeah.
But still a ferocious
that was a
ferocious
nasty,
move. Yeah, that was he was moving really well. And that was one of my big takeaways. He looked great. They have a fine piece in Obafemi.
Looks like
forward.
He belongs.
Yes. Plays the role, has a big part. So
Because
yeah.
you can look like you belong in NXT on WWE, but until you're on WWE, you don't know if you do.
That's true. So yeah, ending in a DQ, Drew McIntyre will figure out what the next step is there for McIntyre, Cody, and Oba. And of course, the only last part I'll say is the fans chanting, restart the match, and they just toss him his title, and they kind of boo, but as soon as they do the double ovation, they go, yeah.
The little cling.
Yeah. And that was also, we'll get to it, but all three of the first matches ended with the WWE and the NXT person, both celebrating no matter who the victor was, except for obviously Gunther and John Cena.
And doing a nice salute to Cena.
Yeah, that was nice. Nice little tip of the cap each time. So, on to the next one. We have Sol Ruca and Bayley. And Sol Ruca gets the W here. A quick one. Gets a quick one over on Bayley.
Once again, I think Bayley's earned her right to not have to win all the time. Yeah. So I'm not mad at this. There were spots that were a little disjointed, let's say. But for the most part, I think both of them looked fantastic. Both of them got what they wanted to out of it. And you highlighted a girl or a woman, a woman who I believe is probably the only one on the NXT roster right now who has main event potential.
I can't sit here and argue with you too much. I'm sure if I really
Lash Legend was that other one, but she's in now and she's killing it.
Is Blake Monroe just one notch just short? What's missing from her?
We've had this discussion
when she was in AEW. Yeah,
we've had this discussion, and there is and I don't know if it's her going through stardom and not. There's just a disconnect between her, whether she's heel or face, her in the audience. There's no reaction whatsoever.
Okay, that's fair.
On anything that she does.
That's fair.
She has decent matches. She hasn't had a match where I went, oh, okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
And of course, the only other one I'll bring up is for name value, but they just haven't been pushing her. We talked about this, I feel like, last week too. Where the hell did Jordynne Grace go? I feel like she has that potential, but
I'm going to say this, and I know I'm probably going to catch heat, and I don't care. I think she's better being a big fish in a little pond.
Oh, if she went back to TNA or
I don't know. Once again, I don't know if there's a disconnect there.
Maybe.
But she hasn't had the matches that I thought she would coming in, because when she's in TNA, she looks phenomenal. She has amazing matches. Something's not, whether it's the style that WWE wants her to wrestle compared to what TNA has them wrestle, whatever it may be, there's just not been that moment where you look and watch a Jordynne Grace match and go, okay, yeah. Because I was one of those guys that was super excited because she was that girl in TNA. So.
No, it makes sense. And to get back to Sol Ruca, maybe kind of on that same breath, on that same wavelength of, Obafemi, arguably could have been like, hey, a little nervous. having Soul, if she was nervous or not, a way to have Bailey in there to be your dance partner for your very first big event, getting over the way that she did. Obviously, just like, Cody was probably calling it with Oba. I'm sure Bailey was taking care of this match, calling this one too. And yeah, I'm in that same boat where, probably some other moves and some other spots could have been finer, polished off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but ultimately, nothing was out of the ordinary. Didn't look awful. There were some spots where even, Bailey looked, out of character. She looked a little frustrated when Soul kicked out or something like that. Yeah. So maybe that's kind of an inkling of like, while these were exhibition matches, they don't have any storyline really going into them. There can still be some storyline going out of it and making some stuff out of it here. So I think it was well put together. I like that it was the quick Soul Snatcher into a roll up and then reverse the roll up, and then that's how she got the dub. So it was nice. It was put together well. And like I said, like I always say, whenever Soul gets a win, add to that autograph card that I pulled. Add more value to that card, baby. Come on.
We're gonna be watching like WrestleMania 45, and Nick's just gonna have the card.
I'm gonna finally get it graded.
He's just gonna have the card.
I'm gonna get it graded and walk around like Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
Have it around my neck. Oh man. Oh, fantastic. You're exactly right. Well, there we go. On to our third matchup here. AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. I put retained, but I don't think the tag titles were on the line. They were. Okay. Well, then they were. Retained against Javon Evans and Leon Slater. I rewatched this all last night just to kind of give myself a refresher. And I went back and something that you said yesterday when we were talking about it, I was like, oh, maybe. Yeah, this was a little fast. It
felt sped up.
Yeah, and obviously, it maybe feels like that just because they're jumping and bouncing and hipping and diving all over the place already. But even for that, it felt a little quick because there was maybe one tag that entire tag match. It felt like a tornado tag match.
Like, if you were going to go this route with this match, call it a tornado tag.
Yeah.
Absolutely, 100%. I will say this. I love the way it started.
Yeah, it was quick with Javon and Leon getting
the super kicks to start it off, and then they're just going to town.
Yeah, that was quick.
Love that.
Get the leg up on the guy on the the main roster guys.
Get your spots in really early.
Did you quickly on that one side note? Did you hear that with Michael Cole making not the jab, but having that in there like, hey, these are NXT people. They're not ready for the big time. I don't know if he said that verbatim, but he basically was kind of throwing that out there. Did you have any issue with that?
Listen, at the end of the day, let's be very real when we talk about Javon Evans and Leon Slater. They are both 21-year-old kids.
Yeah. And might I mention, he had mentioned that comment I heard during the Sol Ruka Bailey match. So he was more talking about
even Soul. Yeah. I think Soul's like 26, maybe.
Yeah.
If that.
And both of the, and to even go back into Oba was not. Oba and Sol Ruka have probably been wrestling for only like 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. Soul definitely has only been wrestling for 3 years.
They were just athletes. They were basically drafted by WWE and then converted into wrestlers. Which, I mean, there's other people back in the 80s where it's basically the same deal. Within like 2 years, 3 years, they're already doing some pretty amazing things. So it's not impossible for that to happen.
Your best example of this, the best, and I think this is why WWE is leaning more towards finding athletes and teaching them the business. Maybe athletes who have been fans,
maybe
and get it.
That helps.
But once again, finding athletes that they can teach how to do these things instead of these indie superstars that are, no offense, kind of set in their ways.
Yeah.
Because they've been doing it for so long.
Yeah. And it's either they have no one to kind of guide them, or maybe they have the wrong person in their ear guiding them, and they're kind of learning the wrong things and doing it the same way, and that's what they're getting the reps.
Your best example of this, and he will forever be the greatest amateur athlete to professional wrestler story known to man, is Kurt Angle.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, that dude went from 0 to 100 in a year and continued to build his legacy moving forward.
Yeah. If only Raven and Sandman did not crucify each other.
I would have been. It would have been very interesting to see how that would have looked on an ECW.
To have clean cut, clean polished Kurt Angle in ECW.
Yeah.
He would have never worked out because I think one of those things where they always say like you had to be on drugs to even be in the ECW.
Once again though, everything happens for a reason. Kurt Angle was supposed to be a WWE guy.
Oh yeah, that's one of those things. Again, quickly before we get back into Saturday Night's main event, so I forgot who it was. I feel like it was Ethan Page. I don't want to say the wrong name, but it's not really that big of a deal. They were kind of bringing up the stigma, getting rid of that saying of like, oh, main roster people, as opposed to like, getting, having that level, getting that
the equality.
Yeah, they feel
thing.
like the idea of calling it a main roster talent.
They've been working for years, and they completely dropped the ball by taking NXT out of Survivor Series.
Yeah.
You keep NXT in Survivor Series. This is a 3-brand company, not a 2-brand company.
Exactly. Styles and Lee, they retain off of Styles Clash.
If for anything, people watch that back just to see something that you will probably not see ever again. AJ Styles missing a spot.
Yep. Yeah. I thought that was honestly it was.
I haven't seen it in at least 5 years.
That's probably a good point. And even if there was one in between, it's done so like flawlessly that it could probably be passed off as like, oh, there was reversal, but no, this one kind of was like blatantly an oops.
Yeah. And he was pissed after the match.
Yeah, again, one of those things where you pointed it out, and we watched him like, oh yeah, he was not
he
too
was
happy
jawing
with that
right
one.
at Dragon Lee, going mother trucker.
Those slippery ropes. And there we go, folks. So again, Styles and Lee retain over Javon Evans and Leon Slater. Again, I'll say this, and I don't want anyone to think I'm too crazy or too making the comparison of AJ Styles to anybody else, but this match itself could have also been, you could have seen this on Collision. Like there was nothing done that was so spectacular. Like, wow, only AJ Styles can do this. Only Javon Evans can do this. Only Leon Slater can do this. Like, Action Andrade and Leo Rush could have probably had this match with.
I was gonna say Jet Speed.
Yeah, exactly. Jet Speed could have had this match. Like, I hope that's not. Okay, this wasn't a 5-star classic. Everyone's going off and saying that it is, anyways. But I'm just saying that it was nice. Star power matters. How about that? Yeah. Putting certain names in certain matches, it makes it better. So hopefully that makes sense. Finally, here we are, folks. The reason we all came together, the reason we are all here, John Cena's last match for now. John Cena's last appearance. Gunther and John Cena. Here we have it. Gunther comes out first, obviously, and here comes John Cena. Is able to pay some respect to Stu, the camera guy, turns it around. Obviously, they cut away from it, but gets a shot of Stu, gets half, like maybe a third of a second on him, and then it cuts back, and that was fun. But into the ring he goes.
I cried before the match even started. Not going to lie. And it wasn't for John Cena.
Why? Then why?
The moment I saw Kevin.
Oh, Kevin Owens?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The moment I saw Kevin.
And that's where I was going to get to. But how did Kevin Owens feel? Like, oh, man, it's RVD, and then it's Kevin Owens, and then Elias, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah. Elias being there was weird. Wait, no. No, here's the weirder one. Is Haku doing?
I don't know. It's the bloodline, baby. It runs deep.
And then, of course, Booker's got to get him in there. What up? Yeah. Hot time, baby.
Oh, I mean, and more on tributes. Nice touch by Michael Cole. Not often are you going to hear me compliment Michael Cole, but shouted out Taz, shouted out JBL,
yeah.
shouted out JR and Jerry Lawler, and then Corey Graves as well, who just mentioned everybody that he has called John Cena matches or has called a John Cena match in the past. I'm sure. Sorry, Todd Grisham and Josh Matthews probably got the short end of the stick there. But
Wow, that's going deep. Though.
yeah,
That's going deep.
maybe Jonathan Coachman as well. I don't know. Maybe he did
Coachman was in a couple of those.
Yeah, I'm sure he was. But yeah, I thought that was really cool, really classy. Like I said, shouting out Taz being the first one that he mentioned.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taz and Michael Cole were basically inseparable in terms of broadcasting.
Great
They were.
team.
They were great. They were fantastic. I'll always say that. Yeah, Taz is very underrated as a color commentator.
Very.
From beginning to end. But here we have it, folks. Gunther, John Cena, in the middle of the ring. And there we have it. All eyes are on there in the middle of DC. I'll hand it over to you. What was your takeaway from from beginning to end to the final submission to him walking off? What was
Solid match.
okay?
Solid match from beginning to end. I have no issues whatsoever with anything that happened. The only small, and you and I talked about it, the small critique was probably could have tapped out a little bit earlier. But here's my conspiracy theory.
Okay.
I think Triple H and the writers had Cena winning this match. I truly do.
Okay.
I think Cena called an audible in the ring and tapped out.
Really?
Watch after the match when Gunther walks away. Or
I did.
did you see him look at the ref and do this?
Yeah. He goes, yeah, exactly. He mouthed it. He goes, did he tap?
See?
And it was like I said, like really, really soft because John Cena's a light touch. It seems like so good on that. But
And I think that's where when Triple H came out afterwards and they were hugging on the apron, Cena probably apologized. Triple H was laughing his ass off because he knew he went into business for himself again. And probably, whispered to John, don't worry, I'll take the heat for this. Because they started booing him immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Does it,
Oh, yeah.
But does that not make total sense?
it can. I will agree with you that I believe that John Cena wanted to go out on his
100%.
back. I can't sit here and say I agree that he called an audible and that was for sure going to be, he was going to win. It didn't really seem like that from the get-go that he was going to be getting the dub. A lot of those like big pop for returns, like he would get out of the sleeper hold into an F or into an FU or an attitude adjustment. Like kind of kept doing that. I feel like the tap. Yeah, I wasn't a fan of the whole visualness itself. I get it. Everyone's online like, oh, it's supposed to be like, it's supposed to be artistic, and he's finally, give the guy that told us never to give up finally sees it, has all that right in front of him, and then just gives up because that's just how it is. Like seeing death and accepting it type deal. But no, I don't. I'm not really a fan of how it looked. I feel like if you're gonna tap out or lose, I'd rather you pass out so that exactly that you have that leg up of like, oh, he truly never gave up. He never did it. But I do see again, your counter would probably be exactly that, where you don't get the nuclear heat that you do on Gunther without that happening, without him actually tapping. Is that what you were gonna kind of get to?
Yeah, not just that, but just the whole premise of if he doesn't tap and give up, there's still an open door.
Okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is a complete resolution to the whole situation. He's never quit, never said I quit, never tapped out, anything. And in his last match, he knows that he's not going to get out of this, just smiles ever so slightly and taps.
I understand the route that they were going with, like with the visual of him just like kind of exactly that, just slight smile. the wrestling fan in me wishes he was actually selling getting choked out by a giant Gunther.
No, but see,
Maybe seeing some struggle.
I also, once again, that also leads me to believe my conspiracy theory, because he's smiling going, I'm about to do something that they're not expecting. Tap, tap.
Okay, maybe you're getting a little bit more legs now. I don't know. That's just that's kind of where I'm at, where, you know, it kind of felt like when your little brother's trying to do moves on you, and you're just like, oh, you got me in the sleeper hole. Oh no, that's kind of how it looked like to me, where John's just, you know, again, there's little to no struggle in that last one, and then finally just goes, you know what? All right, you got me. Like, okay, all right. Again, I'm not offended or upset that he lost his last match. Again, I said it last week. I kind of despise the whole John Cena character as a whole.
Well, we talked about it. Did we talk about it last week? Sting, in all his effing glory, did not want to go out a winner.
We mentioned this,
and basically got told, you're winning, we don't care.
Yeah.
John Cena may have been told that backstage too, and went, want to bet?
Yeah. And again, where I can see both angles of exactly that. Going out the traditional way, that's fine. But then, you know, just after this retirement run, it's just been so piss poor. I mean, can we just? It's been so bad. Can we just get one thing to be like, all right, let's hang our hat on this one. Everyone went home happy. Was it the traditional way? No, but damn it, all these people that paid $10,000 to be in the building actually went home with a smile on their face.
That was Perth.
As opposed to chasing Gunther out the door.
That was Perth. That was Perth. Perth was the perfect little homage, if you want to say.
And that was him and Styles, right?
Him and Styles. That they should have ended it there. They should have. But of course, you've been building up this last match, and I get it and I understand it. But we're about to get into something that, like, I am physically and emotionally pissed off about. Like.
Just quickly, just before we get into that, I felt like, you know, every day the WWE creative would just be like, all right, what can we just slap together for John Cena's final run, as opposed to, like, to me, in my opinion, it should have been held like top secret, classified, like the Coca-Cola secret recipe. Like, we're gonna pull this out when, like, everything's already written out, but it just felt like everything wasn't audible, everything was all lopsided, it was just all haphazard and crazy. I don't know. This is a bad run, a good match, a good final match, but gets a little murky. And then, of course, my favorite will always be them chanting "You effed up" to Triple H as he walks out for this. So.
I will say this: I agree with you 50%.
That's all I need.
The heel Cena stuff was trash. Absolute trash. Once he went baby, though, I think it really did have some movement, and he had great matches with everybody.
And just like I just said, if there was some sort of actual planning, I'm sure that the heel part could have been better.
Yeah.
But as he admitted, it was just for a pop. So there you have it.
Yeah.
And then we got into the ending. The actual, the ending after we all was said and done, after the tap out, after he pulls off his shoe, or no, that was actually before that. We got the crowd reaction. We got the boos. We got Triple H getting booed. Gunther gets the nuclear heat. Did you have any issue with no speech at the end? Did you have an issue with?
No.
Because I know we're gonna get one, in his Hall of Fame speech in probably about 8 months from, or whatever, 3 months from now, 4 months from now.
4 months. Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't really a fan of not saying anything at all. Just the mouthing of, I thank you for serving you all. Okay.
I have no problem. Once again, how many guys have truly had, like, speech send-offs? Flair?
Yeah. Flair, yeah, Goldberg tried.
No, let's not. Let's not, because no.
I mean, even if it's not on air, at least something for that crowd. Have him come out and say something, as opposed to having Cody Rhodes sit there and look at the shoes and cry for 20 minutes. That was, oh my God. I can't believe anything these guys say anymore.
Cody's a very in touch with his feelings kind of guy.
I know.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
I know. Everything changed him. Oh, my God.
I mean, his dad did die in a tragic manner, so I'm sure he relishes moments unlike other people do.
Yeah, it just
especially
comes
in the
off
industry.
Inauthentic so bad, and I love that Drew McIntyre made fun of it too. So
listen. At the end of the day, let Drew do Drew.
Oh yeah,
and I'm okay with the trolling, just for content's sake.
Yeah. So at the very end, obviously, like I just mentioned, takes off the shoes, does not take off the jorts, unfortunately. I think he should have brought an extra pair at least to put in the ring.
Nikki Bella wasn't around.
Nikki Bella dating Cooper DeJean, by the way.
That's what we're going to talk about.
We'll get to that. Yeah, that's nice. 20 years. That's
yeah, Cougar.
It's just he's just living out everyone's, like, when you're growing up watching the Divas.
Every
like,
prepubescent kid's dream.
It should have been me. Well, we'll get to that. Where was I? Going to the montage. They recapping it all. Like I said, takes off his shoes, takes off the hat, whatever else he had, and then
I just want your thoughts, and I want to know if you even caught it. Did you see the moist eyes of a certain CM Punk?
Another one. I'm just following your lead there, John. Blow me. How about that?
Wow.
Unbelievable. Again, I can't believe a word that comes out of this guy's mouth.
Wow.
Yeah. On the other one, when John Cena's doing this whole podcast tour and going on Cody Rhodes sitting there saying, I cried when he apologized to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, you should be crying, not because it's two countries coming together. You should be crying because you're just watching a man crumble and lose all legitimacy right in front of your eyes. That's what that should have been. That's why you should have been crying. That's why you should have been crying. But no, that was that. Of course,
the visceral hate that Nick has for Phil is great.
Just ridiculous. Everyone just gobbles all over it. He's washed beyond belief. We'll get to that.
Is he though?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he is.
Is he though?
Yes, he is.
Without
a doubt.
He just laid down a promo Monday night.
He can talk. He can talk for days. He can talk.
Fantastic.
That's fine. He can talk. Will he be able to back it up and actually last, I don't know, longer than 15 minutes with Braun Breaker? If Braun Breaker actually wanted to physically go and not hurt Punk, I don't know. It could. I don't know if it could be done. I don't know. Fragile Phil, ladies and gentlemen.
But that's not what this is. It's professional wrestling.
I know. Yeah, exactly that. Cena, like I said, following off on this one, ends it with a whole montage. Anything on Vince McMahon?
It was an old Vince McMahon quote.
It wasn't old. It was.
He had to be in it because he had such a role in John's life.
Fair, yeah, very fair. Yeah. So there you go. That was basically that. My only other final thought was I was actually at the John Cena's first appearance as a 4-year-old. I was on the guardrail before they were $1 million, and I got to witness that in person, and it was pretty cool. And the only thing I would probably go back and do ever if I had the time machine is I'd probably give my little self and that picture, that ending picture of John Cena getting choked out and having just the smile right there, and just be like, is this worth it? Is this worth it? This is going to be you in 20 years. Is this what you want? And then he'll probably, like, I don't know if he changes it. I don't know if it's one of those things where it changes,
so good.
Like kicking a pebble and then all of a sudden the dinosaurs are back or something like that. I don't know. I don't know if it's the butterfly effect, but maybe it has some sort of outcome. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe he becomes like the number one manager at Enterprise Rent-A-Car. I don't know. He changes. I don't know. He could still be the best at that. Instead of 17-time champion,
such a hater, man.
Just giving rental cars at affordable prices to the.
Such a hater. Hater, bro. Such a hater.
Oh man. You're.
Yeah. Frankie, how did you feel, man? Were you okay?
God, if you got choked up at all during this, you are.
I just told you I got choked up when I saw Kevin.
That's that's a little much. That's a little much.
You ride that. I'll be honest with you. There are multiple times that I've cried about wrestling stuff.
Oh, I mean, yeah, myself included, but it's more on the death side. I think.
I would agree with that. I
think I've never.
You didn't cry when Edge retired.
No.
Wow, heartless.
No.
Blackheart over here.
Because he didn't retire. He's Adam Copeland's still going.
When you thought he had retired, that didn't do nothing for you.
No.
That's wicked.
I didn't cry.
That's crazy. I was emotional.
No, the actual last time, like I said, the last time I shedded a tear watching it live was when the John Huber, which would have been oh my goodness.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so when they did the memorial,
Brody Lee.
When they did the Brody Lee memorial, just entire episode, and they ended off with a montage. I did obviously shed a tear for that one because they had Brody Lee's kid in the middle of the ring. That was crazy.
Bray.
And then
Bray for me was my last. I lost my stuff.
And then the last one that really got me was Briscoe. Briscoe cut a promo and they put a whole montage with him and his brother, and I was just sitting there again, just like, I was more upset at the fact that just how tragic of an accident that was. I remember where I was when I heard that news. I was shooting an episode of one of my podcasts, and I had to take a break. I told my friend, like, I gotta get off the Zoom call. I'll call you back in like 30 minutes. Like, this is crazy. Like, so I'm not heartless. I'm trying to point that out to you, but. F your childhood.
Jesus.
Exactly.
Criminy Christmas.
You act like I didn't watch him the entire time too. I was there for his debut. He sucks.
Good God. You're such a hater.
We point. Whatever.
It is what it is, man.
I'll give Michael Cole this, and again, you'll find me two times now in this episode. You'll find me complimenting Michael Cole. What a call. Maybe it's not his, but he did hit it well. Tonight was the night. Tonight, professional wrestling beat sports entertainment, or tonight sports entertainment died or lost his professional wrestling. However he said it. Well done. Well said. And maybe that's the new era again that we're coming into. Another new era.
The professional wrestling era?
Yeah, finally. Only 50 years too late. All righty.
Now hold on.
Okay.
It's time for me to rant.
Okay, let's do it.
To all you dumbass marks.
Yes.
Like, you realize that you just absolutely did exactly what WWE wanted you to do. Exactly what you wanted WWE to do. You idiots. Anybody who thought John was going out as a winner, you're an idiot. You're a moron. You're stupid. He's old school professional wrestling. We're talking was taught by Taker, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, all these guys that when it is your time, you pass the effing torch. If this doesn't tell you that Gunther is the next dude, I hate to be you guys that are fans, and I'm okay with it because guess what? They come back, and what we say, if they don't come out Monday night and absolutely capitalize on this heat, it's going to be wasted.
And they did.
Boy, did they ever.
Very minimal saying from Gunther on the way out other than just John Cena tapped out like a bitch, and then he came back up and said it again and left. And the best parts were exactly that. All the interactions in the background where he brushes up with Otis, and then he to AJ Styles.
No, it wasn't this that got me.
Oh, yeah.
It was the. I was just like, oh my God. And he's like laughing to himself as he does it. I was like, oh my.
He's like,
Gunther gets it.
Yes.
Like,
He
and I know it
1000%
was
does.
very hard for him to find that being a foreign person coming, because the U.S. is very weird on how your timing and things like that. He's got it in spades now, and it's just so awesome to watch because let me ask you, has there been heat like this? I maybe since Hogan?
Oh, for actually just changing.
Like visceral heat.
Oh man, that'd be tough. Let me try and. Man, I can't make a quick.
Like this harkens back to like the Dudley Boys getting chased out of an arena. Like he literally was having people. You're the worst human on the face of the earth. Blah blah blah. I can't really say some of the stuff that was said to him, but like. And then to capitalize on it on Monday.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that was fantastic. Fantastic.
Whoever is in charge, whoever the producer is for Gunther, and I almost bet you it's Bobby Roode, is killing it.
Oh yeah. He seems to always have, Bobby Roode always seems to have his name next to the good stuff.
Good stuff.
The good
like
stuff.
He's that guy
He gets
for
it.
like 10
There you
years.
go.
10 years down the
He
road,
is glorious indeed.
when Tom Pritchard's in a wheelchair and not able to do anything anymore, Bobby Roode's going to be that dude.
But he's still picking the Royal Rumble winner. Oh, jeez. Yeah, him too.
I can't believe.
I'm sure he'll be a head in a jar like Futurama, just calling.
I can't believe
still calling
P.S.
stuff.
Hayes is still alive. That to me, that's crazy.
Yeah, still kicking, still running. Speaking of Monday Night Raw, we finally had that masked man revealed. At least one of them.
Only 2 weeks late.
Yeah, a little bit.
Only 2 weeks late.
Yeah, a little late on that one, but that's okay. We got there eventually, and it is sure enough to be Austin Theory. Austin Theory reveals himself to be at least one of the masked men. I think there's going to be multiple, but that's just me. He reveals himself after he hit Ray. Logan Paul capitalizes, gets the win over Ray. Punk comes out, chases the masked man out, and sure enough, he reveals himself while in the crowd. Anything on that reveal?
Just for me, what do you think of Austin's new look?
I don't know. It was very plain. Like it's just,
But look at the guys that he's with now. None of them are flashy dudes.
fair. Yeah.
They're just there to kick ass and take names.
Yeah. He's got the same shaved head as Braun now, Braun Breaker. It didn't really, nothing really jumped off to me. Like, yeah.
When he takes off that sweatshirt, dude, he's going to be ripped.
Oh,
to
yeah, probably. He's been. I'm sure he's. Yeah, being on the shelf, he's probably been working away at the gym or the PC.
Grayson Waller's going, what the hell happened?
Yeah, and he's just Grayson Waller's just sitting there with New Day, and they're doing nothing.
Losing to the
Usos.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's great. That's great. Big G. Oh boy.
Oh my God. Why?
But yeah, no, I think you're on that point. Honestly, I mean, while we knew it was probably going to be Austin Theory or a couple other names that we had, he was unrecognizable until he pulled the mask off. You couldn't really tell with just the eyes.
I love the streamers. The streamers crack me up. You want to know why?
Sure. Obviously, you probably know my feelings on those.
He goes, it was a couple of them, they went, it's a white guy! And I went, oh my God.
Well, because they were, some of them were convinced it was Omos, so.
What?
Exactly. just jokes, just trolling. It's clearly just trolling. Exactly.
Yeah, just like it was Chris Jericho
Yeah. I've never seen Jericho move so fast.
in my entire life.
He hasn't moved. No, Jericho hasn't moved like that since what? Probably Lionheart Chris Jericho.
New Japan.
Yeah. 10, 15 years ago now.
That might be close to 20.
Oh, yeah, no, probably his first original New Japan run. Yeah, probably. But yeah, there we go. Austin Theory is
I don't
seen
hate it.
as the new one.
Do they capitalize on it though?
Yeah, exactly. I just wanted to ask how do they execute next, and then what does Austin Theory ruin in a positive way?
You either have him regain that mid-card championship, or he now is
Bronson's tag
Tag
partner.
tag.
Braun is the leader.
Yep.
Okay, I can dig that.
because there's not athletically, there's not much drop off between Braun and Austin Theory.
No, not at all. They can both bump. They can both take huge bumps, and they're
Well,
bouncy.
Well, let's be very real when we talk about bumps. I don't know if there's a better seller in WWE than Austin Theory.
Yeah, he might have that crown right now for sure.
Austin Theory sells better than pretty much everybody.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that, but it's
Ooh,
up there.
it's
up there.
I'll put
It's
it top
up there.
five. I'll
Oh,
put it
yeah,
top five. I'll put it top five. For sure. So yeah, Masked Man revealed. But later on in the week, we had some had some policy change, honestly, to the whole world. So in the NXT realm, where again, I'm gonna dabble in too much. But Thea Hale gets a huge North American title win over Blake Monroe. But this one was an oops, if I've ever seen one.
Oh, that is a botch.
Oh, yeah.
sure.
So if you saw Thea Hale does her move, it's some sort of senton.
Same as a senton.
So it looks like it, upon further review, looks like it may have knocked the wind out of Blake Monroe.
Someone didn't tighten her belly.
Yep. Sure enough, Blake Monroe seems as though he's kind of struggling. Doesn't get that shoulder up in time for 3. Referee calls for 3. Calls for the bell. And the match is over. Some are confused because Blake Monroe's music starts playing, but Thea Hale is indeed the winner.
Way to go, audio guy in NXT.
Yeah. So wasn't ready for that one. Definitely, just like you said, seems as though they already have the music queued up as soon as
Probably.
But sure enough, Thea Hale gets the W over Blake Monroe, causing some policy change because, as we know, this whole next 2 weeks are all basically going to be pre-taped between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. So because of that little oops, that little audible,
They had to call her back.
they had to get everyone back and retape a bunch of stuff. And now, because of that, we've seen, and I think we mentioned this last week or the week before because Bailey brought this up. This kind of brought this back to light where why is talent leaving early? Like, when they come for their spot and then they leave. I think some guys this has been a big thing for a long time now. I think Brock Lesnar probably had a big influence on the fact that he loves getting in there, doing his stuff first, and then leaving. So I'm sure probably a lot of people also followed suit there. But again, I think that was even a problem before all that as well. But yeah, so that's the thing now. So as WWE talent, you must stay the entirety just in case something like that happens, so you can sit there and reshoot.
Of a taping.
Yeah.
Not a live show, a taping.
Yeah, a taping. So I think that probably should have been the way to go from the get-go. I personally, as a wrestling fan, if I was in the business, I would want to stay and watch the whole show.
Maybe
just because
learn something.
Yeah, maybe that too. I don't know. Just being a fan, a connoisseur of wrestling, you'd probably just want to sit there and watch it to begin with. But again, people got personal lives and business things to attend to. But I think this should have been, again, something that probably shouldn't have even begin with. Like, if you're that passionate about wrestling, you should always just be there and want to stay by. But that's just me.
I need to rewind for a second.
Sure.
Just back to Gunther for a little bit.
Okay.
Just boy, if y'all were pissed off about Cena, he's about to retire maybe 3 people in the next year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah. Already took down
It's already rumored that he's either retiring Brock at WrestleMania or at SummerSlam.
That I'll stand up and clap for. Maybe I'll shed a tear then.
There's huge rumors.
Finally, he's over. It's over with.
I mean, they're already laying the groundwork for him retiring AJ.
Yeah, I know. I'll even backtrack on that. Why wait? Why not just have the retirement match right now, Brock? Give everyone what they want. Retire right now. Do it.
Right now.
There
At
you go.
Royal Rumble.
Yes.
Right now.
Right now. Do it.
And the other one is there's whispers going around that Randy might be leaving in the next year and a half, 2 years.
Yeah.
That's
tough.
Retiring the Legend Killer.
Is Shelton Benjamin going to be the last remaining OVW graduate from that 2000 class, 2002?
He might be. He might be.
And damn, he looks like he just started wrestling. I mean, not like looking green, but he looks like he just got going. He's
don't crack,
crazy.
man.
He's crazy. What an athlete. But yeah, there we go. There you go. Exactly that. If we're good on that, good on Blake Monroe and Thea Hale. Let's finish up quickly on the WWE side of some quick political rumble. Some quick political talk.
I mean,
I'm not going to get it.
At the end of the day, you believe what you believe. I think the statements made by President Trump about the death of Rob Reiner, Mick Foley found very offensive and could not. He felt he could no longer be associated with a company that has a lot of Trump support behind it.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're getting to. If you didn't already know, Mick Foley has cut ties with the WWE over their connection or just constant like interaction with Donald Trump or I guess maybe even the idea that they were even maybe going to have him invited to that John Cena's last match and all that.
That would have been a day for him because he was at the Army Navy game earlier that day.
Oh wow,
that would have been a day.
Oh yeah, that'd have been pretty nuts. Double header. Yeah, go. Flipped the coin, picked Army Navy.
Did you see how he flipped the coin?
Oh man. Oh man.
It was not a good look.
Did no one want to teach him how to flip a coin?
Was it?
That's hilarious.
Not a good look.
A billionaire, you would think he's handled money all just so much and can't flip a coin. It's kind of funny. It's kind of hilarious.
Bad coin. But at the same time, we also have to thank President Trump.
Yeah, in the sense, because we're a couple of us, we got some cannabis users. RVD went ahead and praised him because he.
You're damn right.
He changed the classification. He lowered the restrictions on the classification of marijuana. So it is a push and pull from the WWE alumni of whether or not they support or do not support Donald the president.
I'll just say this: the fact that he got that done when a Democrat wouldn't. Damn.
Ron Simmons.
Damn.
So yeah, I didn't want to harp on it too much or give anyone guff on it. Or give anyone guff on any which way, because exactly that. Politics. There's a ton of politics stories that are even going out all the time when it comes to wrestling. Like, I don't have it down. I'm not really getting into it, but they had the whole. Someone came in with a Palestine flag for AEW, and then they were trying to like get some putting online as if like, oh, AEW should be reprimanded for telling the fan to take the flag out. One, it was probably not even AEW. It was probably the building security. But two, it's just like everyone in the comments just like, why do you need that flag?
What does that have to do with wrestling?
It'd be the same thing if I brought a USA flag to a wrestling show. It would make no sense.
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Okay, that's fair. But even then, like it literally would. It has nothing to do with wrestling.
As long as you have it attached to a 2x4, you will forever be let in.
That's fine. That's agreeable. That's agreeable. So yeah, Mick Foley for now cutting ties with WWE until this presidency is done. I'm sure he'll hop back in later on. For what it's worth, maybe I agree. I don't agree or disagree with him necessarily either which way. But shout out to him for actually having balls and sticking by his morals, as opposed to a lot of A lot of other wrestlers would have bent the knee.
Oh God, here we go again.
And they would have changed it up, but a little hypocrisy and
Gone to Saudi Arabia
and apologized for certain things that they don't need to, but it is what it is. So
How
Foley,
did I know that was coming back that way?
so Mick Foley, shout out to you. Shout out to RVD too.
Yeah, hell yeah.
keeping
Shout
it-
out to RVD.
Yeah,
Always-
absolutely.
Can I say just really quick, and then
course.
we'll
Yeah,
we'll take a break.
Yeah.
I was shocked that John had him there.
I mean that ECW one night stand match was
don't get
pivotal.
Me wrong.
Pivotal.
Yeah, don't get me wrong, but
And I'm sure they love working together, honestly. So
I was just of all the people, I was like, okay.
no, Elias was the one for me. That was just like,
Yeah, well, Elias.
I understand. But
Elias
it's like,
and Haku above everybody else. I was like, what the hell?
That'd be like if Matt Morgan was there, or who do you like who was the like Luther if like Luther Reigns was there because he had like one interaction with him or something like that, or the guy that Carlito's guy that stole his chain. Stabbed him, yeah. If he was there, like that would have been like the guy on the same wavelength. So
yeah, whatever.
there you have it, folks. That was Saturday night's main event. That was John Cena's last match for now, and that was everything about WWE and everything else in between. So when we come back, guys, talking AEW because MJF is back. The Devil's back, baby. We'll be back in a little bit.
Hey, watch your mouth. Wine. I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste, the second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
That is all. Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah.
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel.
and David Double D Dykstra.
And we back. Welcome back, everybody. Bad Karma Wrestling. We just talked about anything and everything that was John Cena. But sports entertainment is dead. On to professional wrestling.
Hey, I'm cool with it.
Yeah. MJF is back in the building, folks. No gimmicks, Nick Johnson, Double D, David Dykstra over here. But MJF is back, and holy crap, what a pop. What a pop from that England crowd.
Good stuff.
11,000 strong in that building. You would have thought it was about 11 million. It was absolutely nuts. Comes in, lays the smacketh down in the verbal way on Swerve, Sloppy Joe, and the Cowboy, Hangman Adam Page. And it is officially now a four-way for that AEW World Heavyweight Championship now. Between those 4 individuals, like I just mentioned, MJF, Samoa Joe, Hangman, and Swerve Strickland. What were your thoughts just on the promo, him coming back? It wasn't, for me, you had an inkling that he would eventually come back for sure, but there was, not very often now these days do you get to see like a Twitter post like, oh, MJF is back. He's coming back this day. He's coming back at this time, at this hour. Make sure you set your DVR. Like, oh, this was kind of out of the blue, an actual surprise. Paul, take note. Take note. Exactly that. So, big one from MJF. What'd you think?
Wasn't mad at it.
Okay.
Adds a little more to what's going on in that what was going to be a triple threat.
What'd you think about his look? Was there anything did he look more crisp? Did he look more of like a smug ass swipe that he usually is?
He got his hair straightened.
Yeah.
It's what it comes down to.
A little time in Turkey, my man.
He's Hollywood now, people.
It is.
He's
true.
Hollywood.
It's true. It's good. And he made the point. He says, yeah, I just come back from a movie because I'm a star. He's got a point.
He's not wrong.
No, not at all. Not at all. I thought it was good. Hopefully, that'll probably be the last big last ditch effort to probably sell off a couple more 100 tickets for World's End. But as someone that's going, I'm very excited. I was already excited for the card and for the main event, but now MJF being back in the building, it's gonna be a huge pop over in Hoffman Estates at the Now Arena for World's End. That's gonna be great. So personally, can't wait. Did you see little MJF spat back and forth? His not interaction, but his comment on Bret Hart, or Bret Hart's comment on him back and forth.
Yeah, kind of.
So Bret Hart had basically said that he doesn't know who MJF is, even though they've had an interaction in AEW, and I think MJF made the joke that Goldberg kicked him so hard that he forgot who he was. So he blamed Goldberg for Bret Hart not remembering who MJF was. Yeah,
I mean.
Some good work there. Some good work. Exactly that. That's kind of where I got, where I felt like maybe just because he was gone for a little bit, maybe they're like, oh man, he's back, and he's back with some oomph. He's back with some fire. He's really letting it go because maybe it's a no word. He mentioned WWE. Ooh, he mentioned that other company, AOA, and sure enough, WWE getting the booze, and he just goes, it's a perfectly fine run company, and more booze and everything. But he told Swerve, he goes, you were twerking it for top dollar, and just little stuff like that. So I thought that was good. Oh no, it was Swerve. I thought that was my bad. I was about to make the mention. Swerve actually brings up one of my favorite little jabs, was the making fun of Samoa Joe's fake tattoo on his face from his time in TNA when he was doing the whole Samoan gimmick as Samoa Joe. But
you mean the Mike Tyson tattoo?
Yeah, but when he's from like New Jersey, it's kind of tough to pass that off. But it is what it is.
I did like the Swerve Strickland dollar.
Yeah, the top dollar reference. That was good. Even the small stuff of getting Sloppy Joe to get over, that was kind of funny, calling him Sloppy. It's the little stuff with MJF is always the fun stuff. So yeah, best homegrown talent again. You can't deny that. Just cannot sit here and deny that. The guy clearly just had a humongous pop just from showing up, and sure enough, that was awesome. So can't wait. That is indeed now the main event, a 4-way. Anything going to go in that fatal 4-way for that title. But continuing on in the world of AEW, we had some. We're going to do our wrestling awards. Don't worry, wrestling awards. We'll go ahead and do that on Tuesday. But Sports Illustrated. Oh, sorry, we're not going to do that Tuesday. Scotty wants to wait until after World's End just in case.
Fine.
But yeah, that's fine. I got no problem with that either. Sports Illustrated went ahead. Sports Illustrated Wrestling went ahead and came out with their wrestling awards. And it was kind of heavily in favor of AEW to some, of course. Thinking that AEW bought off Sports Illustrated for all of this, sure. But if you go back in 2024, A lot of WWE people won all these awards. So, did WWE buy him off in 2024? Who knows? I think you were on the right side of it when you mentioned it off air. Maybe WWE just had a bad year creatively. I think that's possible.
It's an absolute possibility.
I think it's possible. So,
your quote unquote best professional wrestler got injured.
Yeah, and then you're leading.
Seth.
Fair enough. Yes. So I can kind of just hit the high parts of it. Storyline of the year they gave to Hangman's redemption arc and winning the title at All In. The follow up, the runner ups were of course a lot of John Cena's retirement is going to be a runner up in a lot of these. So just gonna kind of put that in there. The downfall of the Death Riders was another one as well. Rivalry of the year they gave to Hangman and Jon Moxley. You can't sit there and deny that either which way. I could probably agree with this one somewhat. Tony Storm and Mariah May could have been was a good runner up, and then they also have Punk and Rollins as the runner up there. Heel turn of the year they gave to Naomi.
I don't disagree.
I don't disagree either. Honestly, of course, obviously not the injury, but her getting pregnant kind of put a little damper on the actual run itself. But the turn was perfectly fine and made sense at the time. Best on the mic they gave to Timeless Tony Storm. I know you're not going to have any issue with that. No. Best in ring. I will put an asterisk next to this one. I love him to death, but he cannot be best in the ring for the year if he's only been in the ring for about 4 months out of the 12-month year. They gave it to Will Ospreay. Of course, you can because he is that amazing. I for sure can think so. However, I probably would have given it to a guy or a gal that's been in the ring for the whole 12 months. I probably would have leaned like Takeshna or Takeshna. So there you go. Or hell, even a guy like this, breakout of the year, they gave to Kyle Fletcher. Again, makes a ton of sense. Again, the only other ones would have been Dominic Mysterio and probably Javon Evans. I would agree with that one. Comeback of the year, Ilya Dragunov. Tag team of the year, FTR.
Really?
Yeah.
Fraxium didn't make it?
No, they're buried. A runner-up for sure, Brodito. They kind of came out of nowhere. That's just me. Match of the year they gave to Io Sky, Rhea Ripley, and Bianca Belair at WrestleMania 41. Their triple threat. Again, you handful of AEW matches. I'm sure that I would probably put over that, but that's just me. They gave best show of the year to Double or Nothing. Female of the year, Mercedes Moné. I know you're not going to like that one. Probably Timeless Tony Storm for you. Male Wrestler of the year, Hangman. I was going to wrap up these. Promotion of the year, AEW. Legacy Award went to John Cena, obviously. And I think that may have been it. That might have been the... Yes, that's the last that they have written down.
Somebody's watching the show because I just got a text.
Oh, yeah?
Fraxium Tag Team of the Year 2026. Buried.
Yes. Okay, there we go. Yeah, I'm getting a couple of these too. Don't worry. I see you, Scotty. Always trying to help out. He's doing his best over there. But yeah, very heavily on the side of AEW is Sports Illustrated. Like I said, people are all pissed off. But of course, these aren't physical awards that are going to go down in the history of history. So these are just like you and I. These are just two guys' opinions that they got together, and they're able to have the platform that they have so that they can broadcast their opinions a little bit more publicly than others. So is this the be-all, end-all? Is this all factually true? No. You're allowed to formulate your own opinions. So there you go. Even I don't agree on all these. Not everyone's going to agree. That's what it is. So unbelievable. So hopefully people have fun with that. But again, yeah, for what it's worth, Tony Khan was happy with it. Cool. Like I said, it's just more eyeballs on your product. Nice job. On to the actual some in-ring stuff. We had the Continental Classic and the Dynamite Diamond Ring all shaping up to be quite doozies here. Shaping up to be quite some awesome action. I know you haven't been too much involved, maybe catching some highlights here and there, but I just want to ask for you on your side, what right now is the more exciting thing? The Continental Classic right now on the blue side, the Gold League, is a 4-way tie.
Gold, by far, it's gold.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was a 4-way tie. Fletcher, Pack, Takeshna, and
Speedball.
And Speedball. Thank you. All tied at 6 points apiece. So that's going to come down to the wire in there. They have to decide that there. Or are you on the side of the Dynamite Diamond Ring final being Ricochet and Bandito? Gold League, the Gold League, the Continental Classic side.
Gold.
Fair enough.
Listen, at the end of the day, you've got 3 unbelievable individual wrestlers, or 4 unbelievable individual wrestlers.
Okada, Takeshna, Fletcher, and then who are you leading? Who's that fourth?
Speedball.
Okay, that's just
all the people that are in that are tied right now are ridiculously good.
Yeah.
Now you know it's not going to be Speedball.
Yeah.
Probably not Pac.
Yeah, probably not.
So is this lining up for Fletcher and Okada again?
I thought it was lining up for Takeshna. I think this is when we finally get our Takeshna versus Okada feud.
I wouldn't be mad at it.
Oh, no. I would never be upset with that.
But that means Takeshna probably has to beat Fletcher, correct?
Yes.
Because the one takes on the 2
Correct.
from the other side.
Yes, exactly. So we'll have to see that go down. But no, Okada's in the tournament, so it's most likely going to be Okada winning his league.
Yeah.
And going on to face the opponent there. So
it's the top 2 that advance.
Oh yeah, so it'll be, I think Fletcher and Okada.
God, you're the luckiest dude in the world, because the 2 from the gold will face the 1 from the blue.
Yeah.
And the 2 from the blue, who's number 2 in the blue?
Claudio.
Is it Claudio?
Oh man.
Claudio Okada.
Holy shit. This is awesome.
If they let Mox into this, I'm going to be mad.
I will be too. For what it's worth, him and Roderick Strong had to battle it out for whoever lost that one. That was a fun match.
Roddy looked really good.
Roderick Strong's been piecing together. Him and Kyle have been piecing together some fine singles match. Just very fine matches put together. These past few months, so maybe very, very much worth it. I mean, I'm torn. I could go either way. You
get Claudio Okada, Fletcher, Takeshna.
I know.
I could see it right now. Nick's just gonna be in his chair going.
It'll be like one of those. After you go to when 50 Shades of Grey came out and they would test the seats after and see how moist they were.
Oh, dear Lord.
That's kind of how it's going to be for me after this kind of classic.
Wow.
I know, right?
Yikes.
Give me a towel. But even on the flip side, I think I'm going to have to agree with you. This Continental Classic is shaping up and having so many combinations of amazing matches that it does every single time. But Ricochet versus Bandito is going to be absolutely amazing. Because honestly, anything that Bandito has touched all year has been fantastic. I think that has been one of the biggest underrated moves / pushes that AEW hasn't, out of nowhere. He was on Ring of Honor and he was the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, but then to actually flip and get all the time on TV to get recognized, it's a very, very good move.
I'm still a little salty that Brody hasn't gotten a push.
But he has.
He hasn't. The tag team titles is a nice thing. It is.
I think him emerging as basically I don't want to say he was the lackey, but he almost was the third wheel, being in that him and Aleister Black and Buddy Matthews, and then now he's the number 1 from all of that, basically. So I think getting that push there.
Buddy's ankle won't heal.
That's fair. That's fair, and Aleister doesn't want to lay down for 3 seconds. But no, I know he's different.
Well, and he stole Killer Cross's gimmick. I mean, other than that,
in other news, but exactly that. Where I think he's gotten a big push without having to have a mid-card title on him. And I think it's been a big move. So still having that in the back pocket that they can still go to that's fine. I like that. Where are we at? Yeah. So okay, there we go.
City.
Yeah. So there we go. Bandito and Ricochet gonna have an amazing matchup. I can't wait for that, as well as the conclusion and the finals that will happen at World's End with this Continental Classic. On to some other side note stuff, some fun stuff.
This is where Nick gets happy.
Yeah, this is just some fun side stuff. RJ City, he had his show. I thought it was pretty successful. It ran for a bit. It was fun.
It was funny watching the wrestlers buy into it.
Yes, it was. As we all know, Hey EW, RJ City's YouTube show, a little small kind of, I guess like a get to know you with some of the wrestlers that he would have on.
You know what it reminds me of? Zach Galifianakis.
Oh, Zach Galifianakis?
Two ferns.
Between two ferns? Yeah. Yeah, I think
it had that kind of feel to it.
Same template, same vibe, where exactly that. You have the host who's very animated asking the wrestler whether they're in character or kind of playing like a little bit of both, playing themselves and playing the character still. And it was fun. And now he's on to some other things. As we know, my first introduction to RJ City was he used to put out some animated stuff back in the day where he would basically tell fake stories that he was the reason behind like DX's Suck It, and he was the reason why Hulk Hogan went with the body slam, and so he would give like small stuff like that. So he's very creative, he's very funny, and then his next step, it looks like he's impersonating Triple H in a couple different ways. So
he's a producer now.
Yes. So he's talking a little bit in his deeper voice. He wants you to kind of. He wants. It was a how do you describe it? Like a way of asserting dominance, using his deeper voice and using his other voice when talking to Eddie Kingston. Like, hey Eddie, what do you think about you coming out and
use your real voice, man? You're freaking out.
Exactly. He was doing that whole thing. So I think there was something really funny. I think there's something to go on there. RJ City continuing on really right there. So while the show has ended, I think we're still going to see plenty of him and plenty of fun stuff on there. Anything on RJ City with you?
I love him.
Okay.
Love
there
him.
we go.
The fact that he's a friend of David Arquette. Nah, I'm joking. I love David Arquette too.
Funny stuff. Yeah, RJ City, like I said, hopefully he continues on with some of this stuff. It's been pretty good. So, switching over from AEW quickly to some JCW, some Juggalo Championship Wrestling, my friends. I had to. We got to talk about this because it went viral, or kind of it did it in the wrestling realm. Vince Russo came back. Some time ago, we covered that. We talked about how he became an investor into Juggalo Championship Wrestling. Sure enough, he's on the creative side, and man, oh man, is he making his presence known now, as he is now he took Violent J's power away from him. For those that might not be aware of Juggalo Championship Wrestling, Shaggy Two Dope and Violent J, the members of Insane Clown Posse, have been running Juggalo Championship Wrestling for what seems like a long time now. Zach Akamiko, I forgot the comedian's name who does the commentary. That he mentioned, Violent J losing his company for 26 years now because that investor and that power ship gave 51% to Vince Russo. So basically, long-winded way of me asking you, do we guys start watching JCW now?
No. Absolutely not. No.
Now that Vince Russo has his hands all over the creative, we're getting matches on a pole.
Yeah, because he did such a great job at WCW.
Yeah. We're getting pole matches again.
Viagra on a pole?
Yeah.
All right.
It gets ratings. Oh, Jesus.
Bagwell's mom on a forklift?
Yeah, that was that was one of the top comments too. I watched the recap of what they call their weekly TV show on YouTube. It's called Lunacy. I watched the first 3-minute recap of Lunacy, and I got such throwback mid-2000s TNA vibes. I couldn't help but just smiling and grinning and just loving the thought behind it, but the execution was just so bad and so comically funny to me. So
There you go.
I think while I'm not going to make sure that it's appointment television, I'm going to try and catch in and try and check in on some stuff from here and now on JCW. And right down below, I think, is the biggest part. Fago. Their soda that they love and hold close to their heart ever so closely. This was basically like like jumping off the top rope is getting banned. Fago is now banned in JCW. It's
a sad day.
It's like I said, Vince Russo is really trying to change the perception of JCW. You need to learn this Juggalo culture. If we took him to the Gathering, he wouldn't survive 10 minutes. The Gathering of the Juggalos that happens in the.
Get me out of here.
It's like a 3-day festival that they have for Juggalos, ICP, a lot of the Twisted. Who else is usually there? Like Gucci Mane, guys like that. Waka Flocka.
Gucci Mane.
Yeah. Tech 9. There you go. That's the one that's always there too. Tech 9, guys like that. But yeah, they always usually have a wrestling show there, so that's always good. Guys like Cocaine and Stephen Flo, Willie Mack.
Stephen Flo.
But I hear. Oh yeah.
Greatest entrance.
Rest his head on a pillow made of concrete. Again, yeah. There you have it. There you go. Vince Russo, and the biggest part I didn't even get to that actually. Cutting a little short promo on Triple H because he brought up Karrion Kross, and he goes, why is Karrion Kross not in the WWE? I'll tell you, bro, because Triple H knew that Karrion Kross was going to be a bigger star than he was. So that's what he said. That's what he said. That's why.
Good God.
I know. I think James Storm said it best already in that, like I said, in that 3 minutes that I saw. He goes, Vince, you've been here for 5 minutes, and it's already same old Vince. Same Vince, different day, basically.
Yep.
We've talked about too many Vinces. We've talked about VKM earlier. We talked about a little bit of Vince Russo in the AEW side of things. So let's just, no reason to go to commercial. Let's just have, and it was best of the week.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's do it, folks. Best of the week. I don't even have it on me. Fuck. Well, that's okay. It's over there.
I got it.
Who you got? Best of the week. Who you
Intern.
got? Should be in the bag. Oh, man. Thank you. No, that's my bad. That's not your bad. That's mine. Best of the week. I'll let you go first because I kind of might need a second.
This is an easy one.
Yeah.
We referenced it earlier. My best of the week isn't a professional wrestler.
Oh, that's right.
It's Cooper DeJean.
Damn it, yeah. Cooper DeJean. Yes.
Bro, my girlfriend, who is a huge Nikki Bella fan, goes, no, she's not. And I said, oh, yeah, Cougar vibes have been initiated, ladies and gentlemen. There are speculations, rumors, and situationships going on in Philadelphia as Nikki Bella and Cooper DeJean are rumored to be in a relationship and dating.
Yes, indeed.
20 years. That's more than my gap was.
Really? Yeah.
Mine was 17, and I was like, damn.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those where I don't know. There's going to definitely be some, like, personality, like the age difference and stuff like that. But
do you want to know what I think it is?
Sure.
I think Nikki's soiling her oats. She's getting herself a young pup to pump.
Okay. All right. Some good swimmers there from Cooper.
Just having some fun. Nothing serious. Dating.
Girls just want to have fun too.
Yeah. I
got
think
no
that's
problem.
all it comes down to. I could be wrong.
She wants free tickets to the Eagles. That's it.
She wants to meet Taylor Swift. That's what it comes down
That
to.
could be it. That could be it too. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty. I mean, I'm sure there's some big ones across the board, but yeah, the Philadelphia fans. There's a lot of famous Philadelphia Eagle fans. Obviously, Bradley Cooper,
Kevin
Nicky Bella,
Hart.
Mike Trout. Yeah, Big J Okerson. I'll be going to see. Yeah. So yeah, that was a big one to see for sure. Just because, kind of, I don't know who the owner or the person would be. Maybe to the wrestling fan that wants to get a good meal at a good price and doesn't mind either. To White Castle for making the quick little partnership. It was I just saw it on Twitter a little while ago. December 27th. Let me actually pull this up verbatim. December 27th, they're going to have a new meal. And as well as on January 7th, I believe, they are dropping a White Castle AEW Luchador mask. So be on the lookout for that. So here you go. A limited edition food kit with 2 bacon cheese sliders, a small fry, and a soft drink for the Bacon Brawl Combo. That is what it's called, a Bacon Brawl Combo, which I'm pretty sure will probably have a Bacon Brawl sometime in AEW, probably in the pre-show at World's
This pre-show brought to you by.
Exactly.
It's the Bacon Brawl pre-show.
I love that. God, that's fantastic. Delicious. I know you're not on mic, but you got someone for best of the week. Obviously, Frankie's gonna go with John Cena.
I thought he'd go with Gunther.
Yeah. Did you watch it with your John Cena footsie pajamas on? Yeah. You had the G chain that spins.
Oh, good night.
For what it's worth, I don't have them anymore, but I did have the rubber Word Life. Would have been like brass knuckles or silver knuckles.
The Nux.
Yeah, it just said Word Life on it. I don't know where they went. They're gone for now, but we'll see. I mean, yeah, I was as a child, and then I matured, and then realized he was awful.
Puberty?
Yeah, no, not even way before that. Actually, I think it had to be the 2005 2006 run when it was just like messing with ECW, and then I found that's where I discovered where WWE screwed over a lot of people and a lot of companies, a lot of things. That's where
Vince McMahon might not be a good guy.
Yeah, so like right around 8 years old is where I kind of realized that this is some dark side to this ring. Maybe I should kind of look around, and that's kind of where I discovered TNA, and that's when I started watching old ECW and be like, oh, Paul Heyman, what a genius. And you later find out that he was also screwing people over in ECW. So,
Not so much screwing people over, just making
not paying them, giving
false
them
promises of
boing.
He liked to play basketball with checks.
Yeah, a little bit. So there you have it. That's kind of where that's where that comes from. So, man, oh man, this has been quite the episode, ladies and gents.
Good times.
This has been fun, fantastic. This has been John Cena's last match for now. Like I said, special Christmas episode. So bear with us. We'll go right at probably 2 p.m. Central, 2-ish.
Let's say 2:30, just so we can get everything set up.
That's fair. We'll go with a soft 2:30 for this upcoming Tuesday show. That'll be our special Christmas edition to all those that celebrate in between. So that'll be fun there. I got nothing else. Anything else?
I'm good, man.
All right, awesome possum. Thank you guys all for watching. Thank you for joining in. Thank you for all the comments, everything else, all the interaction. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time. We'll see you next week to talk some World's End, some Christmas break. Love yous. See ya.
This is Bad Karma Wrestling
Give me a hell yeah!
with No Gimmick Nick Johnston
It doesn't matter how you feel!
and David Double D Dykstra.